The greatest strength isn't found in the loudest voice, but in the quiet resolve that needs no proclamation. In a world obsessed with retaliation, rebuttal, and proving oneself at every turn, silence is often mistaken for surrender. We're taught to push back when insulted, to speak out when ignored, and to strike back when attacked. But what if true power lies not in resistance, but in restraint? This is the paradox. You gain real control, not by opposing your adversary's energy, but by mastering your own. Enter Machiavelli. Niccolò Machiavelli, the provocative thinker on power, manipulation, and political control, grasped what many still miss. He believed that mastering your image, emotions, and reactions is far more formidable than brute force. In The Prince, he wrote, "If you cannot be both loved and feared, it is better to be feared." But this fear isn't about violence. It's about control over perception, timing, and even silence. Today, we explore 6 rules of silence to wield unshakable power. These aren't empty boasts or psychological games. They are calculated growth, invisible strength, and the refined art of standing firm. Begin this journey with eyes wide open, looking not just outward but inward. True power isn't about controlling others. It's about ensuring no one controls you. I challenge you to affirm this in the comments. Silence is my strongest weapon. Before we dive deeper, like, comment, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't skip a moment. Each part builds the foundation for something extraordinary. First, stop justifying yourself. Benjamin Disraeli said, "Never complain. Never explain." The most potent power lies in letting go of the need to be understood. Most people are addicted to defending themselves, constantly explaining decisions, justifying actions, and seeking validation. Yet every time you over-explain, you give away a piece of your authority. You subtly signal, "Your approval matters more than my peace." Power begins the moment you stop handing it over. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone say no without a reason or act unexpectedly, yet refuse to clarify? There's something magnetic and enigmatic about them. That mystery, even a slight unease it creates, is powerful. It stems from simplicity, from clarity that needs no defense. Machiavelli understood this deeply. He advised rulers to act decisively but conceal their true intentions. If others can't predict your motives, they can't control or manipulate you. That unpredictability is power. Now, consider your life. You might be quietly growing, changing habits, or stepping away from toxic influences. Success may not yet be visible, and others may doubt you. Don't respond. Let time answer for you. Every explanation you offer is a crack in the dam you're building. And trust me, that dam holds immense strength. People fear what they can't decipher. They dismiss what they understand. But if you're a silent storm moving with purpose, needing no justification, you become untouchable. Here's a truth rarely shared. The strongest walk away from arguments they could win, preserving their peace. They know reacting is just a distraction. If someone demands your reasons, they're likely not aligned with your path. This silence isn't weakness, it's a weapon. You don't owe them an explanation. You owe yourself results. Second, let their egos bury them. Napoleon Bonaparte said, "When your enemy blunders, don't interrupt." Power isn't always about advancing. Sometimes it's strategic stillness, watching others overplay their hand while you stand firm. Ego is a blindfold. The most dangerous person in any room is the one who believes they're invincible. The rule: when someone insults, underestimates, or provokes you, don't correct them. Let them think you're insignificant. Let them relax. Let their guard drop. Then strike. Machiavelli believed in appearances not because they're deceptive, but because they're strategic. Seem weaker than you are. Act less shrewd than you are. This gives you leverage, insight, and the chance to see your opponent's true colors. True power resists the urge to prove itself. The moment you try to prove something, you're playing their game. And if that game is ego, guess what? They've practiced it longer than you. Let them talk. Let them underestimate you. Let them mistake your silence for ignorance. While they perform, you're building. This happens in every sphere: your career, relationships, social standing. Someone thinks they've outdone you. They boast about their position. They mock your silence. But with patience, focus, and strategy, they'll unravel themselves. The louder they are, the more they reveal. When their ego spirals, they dig their own grave. Have you ever seen someone so smug they act recklessly, thinking you're no threat? It happens often. In those moments, you choose: match their energy or master your own. Choose mastery. You can't control the board by moving every piece at once. You win by letting them think you're losing. Then, striking with absolute clarity, let their ego build the stage. You just wait for the curtain to fall. Third, success is your only response. The Joker in The Dark Knight said, "If you're good at something, never do it for free." Now, let's talk about the ultimate silent power move, growing so undeniably that words become unnecessary. There's a quiet elegance in focusing so fiercely on your path that external noise fades away. Others may envy you, question your worth, or stir trouble. Keep building. They doubt you. Keep building. They try to disrupt you. Stay steadfast. That's the formula. Machiavelli warned that public perception is everything. He urged leaders to focus on achievements, letting results silence critics. In other words, don't talk about power, create it. The most misunderstood are those in transformation. You're no longer your old self, but not yet your fullest potential. So what happens? People judge. They doubt. They dismiss. And in that fragile window, most falter. But not you. Your task is to build quietly in the shadows. Don't broadcast every step. Don't share every plan. Don't reboot every critic. Let your growth make them rethink their assumptions. Let your evolution make them regret their misjudgments. As you rise, you'll grow quieter, not from fear, but from focus. Silence isn't empty. It's brimming with momentum. Real change speaks softer than false bravado. You might feel unseen now, and that's fine. It's part of the design. Caterpillars don't proclaim their transformation before becoming butterflies. They retreat, evolve, and emerge. Your wings will speak for you. Let others wonder what you're building. Let them speculate. Let them fall silent when you walk into the room months later, not because you spoke loudly, but because you've transformed. That's how the powerful prevail: through results, through silence, through undeniable growth. I challenge you to write this affirmation in the comments. My success is my only response. Fourth, disappear to rise stronger. Marcus Aurelius said, "Withdraw into yourself. In silence, you uncover strength." Sometimes, the most powerful move is to step away, not out of anger or weakness, but strategy. When your growth outgrows your environment, conversations feel shallow, energy grows heavy, and expectations drag you down. That's when you vanish. This isn't isolation, it's incubation. Machiavelli distrusted crowds, warning leaders that the masses are fickle. They praise you today, curse you tomorrow. True leaders govern from a distance, not from arrogance, but to preserve clarity. Distance grants perspective, and perspective breeds power. There's something sacred in stepping back. You stop performing, you stop reacting, you stop feeding the noise. In that silence, you reconnect with your purpose. You recalibrate. You rebuild. Yet society resents your absence. Why? Because when you're not constantly present, you become unpredictable. The unpredictable are dangerous because they can't be controlled. So, people try to guilt you. They say you've changed, that you're acting distant. Good. That's the point. You're not here to repeat old cycles. You're not here to stay available for the same drama, gossip, or comfort zones. Your retreat is your weapon. Use it. When you step out of sight, you escape comparison's grip. You hear your inner voice clearly. And when you return, if you choose to, you'll be sharper, calmer, more focused than ever. They won't recognize you, and they shouldn't. Let your old self fade away. You don't owe anyone a front row seat to your rebirth. You don't need to publicize your goals, disappear like the moon behind clouds, only to return radiant, complete, undeniable. I challenge you to write this in the comments. I disappear to rise higher. Fifth, don't react, observe. Lao Tzu said, "He who controls others may be powerful, but he who masters himself is mightier still." Most can't resist the reflex to react. Someone insults you, you retort. Someone dupes you, you prove them wrong. Someone disrespects you, you defend yourself. But here's the rule. Every reaction is a transaction, and you pay with your power. Machiavelli knew emotions, cloud, judgment. A prince who reacts impulsively is easily manipulated, but one who observes, remembers, and waits for the right moment is formidable. Think of the most dangerous people in any room. They're not the loudest or most aggressive. They're the quietest. They watch, note, learn patterns, and gather insights. When the moment is right, they act with precision. That's your approach now. Don't argue with fools, study them. Don't retaliate when attacked. Analyze. Don't respond to every jab. You log it, storing it for when it serves your advantage. You become strategic, not reactive, but intentional. This applies everywhere. In relationships, when someone tries to manipulate you, don't argue. Observe their behavior. Note it mentally. Trust the pattern. At work, when someone undermines you, don't react emotionally. Record it. Understand their game. Use it to outmaneuver them later. In public, when someone tries to humiliate you, stay composed. They reveal more about themselves than you. Let their insecurities expose them. This isn't coldness, it's clarity. You're not a puppet. You're not jerked by strings or dancing to orders. Your power lies in choosing when, how, or if to respond. While they react to everything, you're building a mental archive. A strategy. A legacy. When the time comes, you'll act so precisely they'll think it's luck. It's not. It's restraint. Sixth, defeat them with indifference. Anton Chekhov said, "Being insulted by a fool is a pleasure." There's a stage of maturity where insults no longer sting, not because others stop trying, but because you stop caring. That moment is true dominance. You've heard, defeat them with kindness. But kindness still takes energy. It acknowledges their existence. What if you go further? What if you defeat them with indifference? That's the ultimate power. Indifference to petty provocations. Machiavelli believed a leader must ignore trivial distractions. He wrote that a wise ruler appears virtuous, but acts only when it serves their greater vision. This means dismissing insults that don't matter, sidestepping petty battles, and ignoring anything that doesn't serve your larger purpose, not from weakness, but from focus. The truth is, not everything deserves your energy. Not every insult needs a comeback. Not every rumor needs clearing. The most powerful know this. Their worth isn't up for debate. Their indifference terrifies the insecure. They want you to flinch, to lose your cool. When you don't, they crumble. Think about it. When someone provokes you and you just smile, nod, or walk away, what happens? They escalate. They get louder, more dramatic. Why your silence is a deafening echo. It says, "I'm not on your level." That's the image of dominance, not noise, not revenge, but the calm, deliberate choice to ignore their efforts. Let them talk. Let them provoke. Let them wonder why you're unfazed. Let them doubt themselves. While they obsess over your silence, you're building something greater. You've mastered your reactions, your presence, and your inner peace. That control is unassailable. It can't be faked. It can't be bought. It's forged through emotional discipline. So, next time someone drags you into a pointless argument, don't engage. Don't defend. Don't explain. Just move forward as if they never existed. That's how you command without stepping into the arena. It's not weakness. It's emotional invincibility. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Now you know the 6 principles of silence to claim unshakable authority. But one thread ties them together: self-mastery. Every point in this video isn't just strategy, it's about you. Your silence, your restraint, your growth, your indifference. These aren't signs of retreat, but the bedrock of Stoic power. Stoicism echoes Machiavelli's ultimate genius. If you can master yourself, no one else can. Let them underestimate you. Let them gossip. Let them wonder. Your strength isn't proven through noise, but through what you choose not to do. You don't react. You don't beg. You don't explain. You avoid petty battles because you're building an empire within. The Stoics believed the greatest victory is over yourself, not enemies, not rivals, not the world, but your own impulses. The inner voice craving anger, the ego demanding revenge, the fear seeking validation. Master that voice, and everything else falls into place. Machiavelli taught us to rule through perception. Stoicism teaches us to rule through principle. Blend them, and you're untouchable. Here's the final message. Don't resist. Don't make noise. Don't react. Master yourself. Act in silence. Let your results speak. This is your moment to rise in a way no one can stop because no one saw it coming. I challenge you to write this affirmation in the comments. My silence outshines their noise. If this video stirred something in you, made you pause and feel stronger in your presence, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video. Comment on the rule that resonates most. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to the channel. This is just the beginning. You're not just learning about power, you're becoming it. See you next time. Act in silence. Lead with presence.